Good morning, everybody. It is Monday, January 31st, which makes it Sunday, May 1st. Sunday, May.
I'm sorry. Who is this?
Who? It's that line they always use on Seinfeld when George would call Jerry screaming, "Jerry, my car's broken down and I don't have any pants on." And he's like, "Who is this?"
Who is this?
Yeah. And we're back.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah. So for anybody that was paying attention, I didn't take a January vacation. I was on COVID-cation. Was it Wednesday the 19th? I believe I was with you guys in the morning. Sounded pretty bad. I had tested before I left the house, and I was negatory. And then when I got home Wednesday night, and I mean, the truck was hitting me. I could feel the plane crashing, and I got out of my clothes and into my dressing gown and my cap, and climbed into bed. And my wife just looks at me. She goes, "I have to test you." And I'm like, "Okay, I think we might be here." So she runs the test, and I tested positive that Wednesday the 19th at night. I tested positive. So Thursday and Friday were brutal. If anybody's been through this, just so you know, if you're wondering, I got the Omicron Plus. It's $9.99 a month after the first week. Yeah, phenomenal. 5 viewers at once, full 4K. Yeah, 6 screens.
Yep.
Got through Thursday and Friday, and everything on the list. And I shared this with Robert, and I'll share it with you guys because we're friends here. Everything on that COVID list that didn't involve stuff shooting out of your body, because there's a puke option and a poop option. I didn't suffer from those. Every other box got checked, and Thursday and Friday. If you think about all the colds and maybe strep throat and any kind of sinus infection you've ever had, Robert, usually one or two of the symptoms on that list of COVID things are predominant with that illness, and those feel really bad. I would say of everything on that list, I had probably 10 of the 12, as we reviewed, and they were all at about 11 or 12 for 2 days. And then Saturday I started to turn and feel better, but just at that point you're just clearing Satan out of your lungs. And then I tested again over the weekend, on Monday, I should say. 5-day, tested again on Monday. You know, psychosomatically feeling like if I test negative, I'm going back into the office. And then the reminder, because my wife's like, well, when we tested the first time, you must have been just getting it, because it was like a light dash. My positive dash on Monday was like a flare gun. So way through the roof. And then, of course, I took the rest of the week just to, there was no way I could be on camera. My voice was junk, as most of you heard. Wednesday, it got worse. And then just not being able to put together a conversation, stay in a conversation, or just think clearly, quite honestly. So I took all the time, and here we are. We're back. Wear your masks, eat your vitamins, right? I think obviously a lot of people have avoided it, and I love that. I didn't run around in a Ziploc bag. I'm obviously I've been going to the office since COVID started. So I'm out, I'm picking up dry cleaning, I'm doing things, I'm out with my family. We're as safe as everybody's trying to be safe, I suppose. And yes, do I put myself in probably a little more traffic than most? I think some people are probably hunkered down stronger than I am. But we've got kids in sports and stuff like that. So we've been out and about, and I think I got the doozy version. I think Kaylee and Susanna and I got similar versions. My wife, of course, turns positive because everybody's home with me, and we're freaking out about that because now Janina's home. Obviously, the boys are home. Janina popped over the weekend. She went positive, so now she's in. And the girls, God bless Kaylee and Susanna. Flowers by Leslie, which is a Portsmouth shop. The truck comes up the driveway, and for a second, Robert, I thought they really do care. The flowers were for Janina. The card read, because you're sick and you're stuck in a room with TCL. Yes.
Oh my God, that is perfect.
Yeah. So they sent beautiful flowers to Janina. She got half of what I got, thank God. So she's definitely she's exhausted. Her exhaustion levels I might be petering out earlier today than I normally would, but I feel good, and I haven't even caffeinated yet. So and then Cameron, on Friday, there's a co-brown stomach bug going around. So he got sick on Friday, so he was home. But we're not knowing if that's one of the symptoms because it's on the list. And if he gets COVID as a diabetic, that can, and just with the storm coming and the hospitals in the condition they're in, we're like, please don't let it be that. So it was just a stomach bug. Aiden packed a bag Friday before Code Brown and went straight to his girlfriend's house for the weekend. So he just moved out. He's like, I'm gonna play it safe over here at Grace's. I'm like, of course you are. So her parents adore him apparently, because he moved in for the weekend. Anyway,
Well,
so
better than you moving it over there.
yes, yeah. So anyway, so far so good. Janina's on the mend. It was weird being away for that long, because even when I take a vacation, it'll be like a week. So, not being here Thursday, Friday, then all of last week was pretty different. And to the point, you do get to a tipping point with COVID when you're in lockdown. I'm very fortunate that I have a 75-inch TV in my room. That was good. Got through all the rest of Ozark. I'm caught up. And we just flipped our mattress, Robert. We just got a brand new mattress. We just got the Nectar. Yeah. So like I was, the best version of recovery was mine. And then now I've been kicked out of the room because Janina's now sick. So anyway.
Well, let's let's get this over with.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Glad to have you here. It's weird. It was weird without you, but we're definitely glad to have you back.
I appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Little,
So things going on in and around the market center. We're going to get to that, obviously. You and Babs are doing something revolutionary today, Robert.
Yeah.
You're ticking and
Yeah,
talking.
we are.
And I'm a heavy user of TikTok. And let me be clear here. As an octogenarian in our ecosystem, I am not making videos. TikTok, I keep talking to Janina since March of 2020. I'm like, TikTok has saved all my quarantines. Like, because everybody just, I think, people leaned into online, obviously, because especially when there was like, people weren't leaving their houses unless you needed to and all that stuff way back when. I think TikTok's hysterical, so I watch it constantly. And
I think it's crazy.
Yeah, I love it. I do adore it. Anyway, so Robert and Babs are going to show you how to effectively use it within your business. Because here's the thing. Any of the social mediums can be used at a high level. I guarantee you within our ecosystem of the greater KWRI, Robert, I guarantee you there are certain sets of agents. And you could argue maybe of a certain age frame, but I know agents of all ages are using TikTok to some extent, and some of them are really leaning into it. And it's about, honestly, delivering a concise message that's going to get their attention, that's going to bring them into a call to action. So Babs and Robert are doing that later today. We've got Jen Bash on later today. We do have on Thursday, did you notice? The purple.
Oh, look at this.
Purple for bold.
Did you buy the whole pack?
Almost. So there's a store, as Robert and I know, because I told Robert about it. There's a store in Denmark. So these came in while I was gone. God bless Helen. I got so many emails while I was away. And Helen's just like, Tim, there's another package. I put she was putting them in the small parcels thing over by the mailroom. And then I think that got crowded, so she just said, Zoe, can you put these in his office? So I've got, for graduation day, I've got green for St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, my God.
Very exciting. You guys have seen the red. I have the red. I have the blue. It's for another project, as Robert knows. And then this one, I was hoping it's very fuchsia. I was looking for more pink. This is going to be I guess it shows as pink, though, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're fine. This is for Flamingo Fridays. And
when do we start that?
And for breasticle cancer. So we'll do it in October as well. Or just cancer in general, but obviously at our market center we've had a lot of our agents who have battled and beat breast cancer. If you are in the market for colored windscreens for your Shure SM7B.
Specifically for
which nobody probably is. It's the Reporter store. They're in Denmark. It's great. I have that one. It's over there. Yeah. It's resting. Yeah. So anyway, as I was saying with the bold windscreen, we have one more slot that we're looking to fill for bold. We have one more slot we're looking to fill. There's an endless amount of space in our digital space. Although we are tipping towards a number that we're excited to get to So I'm really excited about the next person that signs up for Bold, boldportsmouth.com. That starts in earnest on Thursday. Sessions 2 through 7 are the real meat on the bone. Rob Daniel, that is 9 to noon. It is $3.99. When you graduate on March 17th, I will have the green windscreen on. And from March 17th to September 17th, you have an opportunity to close your first 4 deals during Bold. And as you close those 4 deals, we pay you back $199. Or 199, right? 3 ones and 9, so something like that. So we get you all paid back. So it's an investment. You're going to get your money back. You're going to see 11 new pieces of business that you normally would not have seen. Now, here's the thing. You can't just join Planet Fatness and then never go to the gym and expect to lose weight or expect to improve your fitness, as I should say. So you cannot join Bold and do Bold Light. You can't just be in the room, hang out. Well, I did Bold, but it didn't work. Usually when somebody says that, they did Bold and they didn't work. So there is a lot of heavy lifting in this class. There's accountability. You're going to be on teams, and that you'll find out about all those on Thursday. Please go to boldportsmouth.com to sign up for all of that stuff. And then tomorrow, Robert, February 1st, brand new theme. I'm not quite sure I know exactly what they came up with, but I was talking to Zoe last week from my hospital bed. I'm joking. I wasn't in the hospital, so the house. From my infirmary. And she told me that her and Babs have decided that we're doing something to the theme of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory that might be like Timmy and the Listing Factory. There's going to be a golden ticket. I believe Zoe and I decided. I mean, I threw out the idea. She has to rubber stamp it. She's in charge, really. Zoe's going to make the final decision that the golden ticket. Now, what would be the contest for February for Timmy and the Listing Factory? It's going to be signed listing agreements. So so I'm tipping my hand a little bit, but this is one of those things that you can't say, well, hey, on the 28th, is this a leap year? We have 28 days? Yes. Not a leap year.
Not a leap year.
No. On the 28th of February, you are not allowed to tell me, oh my God, if I knew about the contest, I would have behaved differently for the last month. These are activities you should be doing, Robert, right? You should be signing listings, right? So for the next 28 days, starting tonight at midnight, they'll be executed through DocuSign, so we'll see with the stamp. Signed listing agreements. They don't need to be active. They need to be signed listing agreements. Whoever has the most, we're not stacking teams, individual numbers, whoever has the most over the next 28 days takes first place. If we go to a tie...
Zoe says it's been rubber stamped.
Oh, she agreed. Excellent. I love that. I thought we came to an agreement, but I also was incoherent, so who knows?
Yeah.
It's a lot of this going on. You ever crush these up and just snort them? I'm just kidding. It's Alka-Seltzer Cold Plus. So good.
I know, but
so good.
Went straight to the snorting.
No. No, it says right on it. You want to add to water. It's effervescent. It matches the microphone. Did I do that on purpose?
Yep.
Anyway, so the golden ticket is a trip to Mega. So your ticket to Mega, based on what we're seeing, it looks like it's about $1,000 ticket. Now, that's your ticket to Mega, which our winner, should they choose to take that prize, it'll be multi-tiered, as we always do. Whoever comes in first place will have their choice between a Mega Camp ticket, or I think we're going to put together about $500 worth of MAPS coaching, because there's some big boy, big girl classes that can come up to that number. And then the last one will be, what do you think? Mega, MAPS, Massimos. In that order. It's all the M's. All the M's.
All the M's.
And I can tell you right now, somebody like Michael Whitney wins this thing. He's already going to Mega Camp. He has probably been to all the MAPS classes. Not that he couldn't attend them again. He's gonna go for the Manicotti. He's going right to Massimos. Right over to Penn Hollow Street. So that's what we're looking at. That's the contest for the next month. There will be more details about this. Don't need to overthink it. Signed listing agreements for the month of February. That'll be our focus.
Easy enough.
For Timmy and the Listing Factory. And at some point, I'll squeeze into a purple jacket with a top hat. And Jeff also wants me to start quoting from the movie, which I love that entire quote at the end when he loses his mind because they come in to say that they won. Really?
What movie are we talking about?
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh
my God. Oh, it's so good.
I slipped.
So good.
So psychotic.
Yes. Scratch
It's
that. Reverse it.
so
Oh yeah, he's out of his
disturbing.
mind. He's out of his mind. But
Oh,
that big long line at the end, which in bits and pieces I can nail it, but putting it all together is so much. Clear as crystal, you stole fizzy lifting drink. Now the walls have to be washed and sterilized. Good days. Like, it's so good. It's so good.
that's
I can hear Kaylee laughing at me, getting stared at by you in total disarray. Just, yeah, okay. What do you got for
Kaylee,
me?
save me, save me.
She's not going to do that.
No, she's not.
It's going to be great.
What have I got for you? Well, you know what? I do have. I want to see how many people come to the tech lab today because I mentioned this last week, and I'm going to mention it again because I would love to get some people's feedback. Zoom now has, and update your Zoom client if you haven't updated your Zoom
Yeah,
client.
593, I think today, right? Something like that.
Yes, and one of the features that's been added is now we have the ability to put a video in the waiting room and bi-directional chat in the waiting room. So you can chat with the host while you're in the waiting room, which is a great feature because it gives a sense of, yes, I recognize you're there and we can talk while I'm doing some other stuff. Now, it's not a big conversation. It's just a checking in. But the video that they've added to the waiting room, I made one. And it's not super fancy, nothing like that. But I would love to get your feedback on it to see how it looks. And check it out. It's actually really kind of cool. So if you come into the Zoom room today, kwtechtv.com at 2 p.m. to 3 p.m., you'll be in the waiting room first. Mm-hmm. You always are.
Sure.
And just give me your feedback on that. I'd love to get your thoughts on that. So I'm excited because it adds a dimension of, there's some kind of interactivity while you're waiting. So a little bit.
So question for you in the chat asking about the TikTok today with you and Babs. Is it only going to be on Keller TV? It will not be on Keller TV. It's going to be KWik Tech TV.
Facebook. No. We're doing it on Facebook.
Okay. But so
yeah, well, I don't.
And also simulcast over too.
Hold on. That's a good question. Babs, you're in here. I know you're around. Where are we? We are. It looks like we are on. Nope, we're going to be in Zoom, and it looks like it's going to be. I think it's my Zoom.
Well, somebody just said
Keller TV.
Okay.
Keller TV. Sorry, it is kellertv.com. So it is in Zoom. So we'll be able to work with you. Now, keep in mind, I'm going to be showing my phone screen because it's TikTok. So we're going to be you'll be seeing the phone screen for pretty much the duration. And Babs and I have put together we've already done a lot of pre-work on this to make it so that you guys don't have to do too much. I will tell you this: we're going to record it. We're going to record it for two reasons. One, because people will want to watch it later just that missed it. And two, you're going to want to watch it again because there's actually a lot going on. So we're going to have it's amazing what you can do in this thing. I had no idea. Kudos to Babs for figuring it all out because I'm just her student in this. I'm just going through it and working with her to make it happen. So
yeah, as a heavy user on the viewer side, right? I think it's incredible. Some of them are super brass tacks, just people talking into their phones. And then some of them have a production level that is absolutely through the roof. And
it's crazy.
You also understand when you're watching some of these people and you see certain creators, you're like, okay, that's dialed up. Like, not to poke fun at anybody, but and I say this as a rube. Like, if you went into where Robert's studio is right now, how many 6K cameras do you have?
I have two 6K cameras, and I've got two very high-end DSLRs.
Okay. I'm working with, like, arguably the best webcam there is. I have the Brio 4K. Mm-hmm. Most market centers or most would just say office spaces that are trying to do something like we do on a regular basis are arguably doing it with lesser equipment. When you're watching people that are YouTubers that are doing content on a regular basis, especially when you're searching out their content and it's being pushed out in 4K, they've got really good tech. And then you also know when you're watching these content creators on TikTok, Robert, you can just see. Like, and don't get me wrong, the phones now are ridiculous, don't get me wrong. Yeah, and a lot of these people aren't using their phones anymore. They're on DSLRs. They have a studio where they're creating their content and then going into post-production. And when you see that content and then you go and look at the likes and the followers and they're in the millions, these people are starting to divorce themselves from their everyday jobs and they're becoming full-time creators. And that's super cool. And it's good right now. And I'm not trying to pee all over this because I'm a heavy user. What if TikTok went away tomorrow? Right? So this is the mindset here is what you're grabbing from Babs and Robert today. Take the content creation and take the ideas they're going to give you today. And if you're not a TikTok person, but you're doing really well in Instagram, but you could dial that up, just take this stuff and use it on Instagram. If you haven't scratched the surface on TikTok, I would lean into it. And people are like, oh, it's for a certain age set. No, there's content creators of all ages on TikTok that are phenomenal.
Absolutely.
I think of one in particular. I can't think of his name now for the life of me. And he's just, he's like a psychologist / therapist. And he just comes up. The lighting is the same every time. I'll have to find his name and throw it in the liner notes. Lighting, and he's just a very warm golden hue around him. His setting is curated for sure. And it's just a very thoughtful little 30, 60-second video about what he might have discussed with a patient that day. And he's awesome. And he's got millions of followers, right? And he's clearly probably got one more client because of TikTok. So if you can lean into some tech that's going to help you get that next client, get that next signed listing agreement for the February contest, why not? Awesome.
You know, at the end of the day, the TikTok class that we're doing it so that agents can expand into areas that they may not be familiar with or even comfortable with. And when you think about it, a lot of people are asking, how do I generate more business? That's probably one of the most common. How do I grow my business in general? And this is just one of the many dozens of more than dozens of tools available to you. So, you know, it might take a few minutes to get used to it, but if it's something that you find after taking the class and doing a few TikToks on your own, you might find this to be something you enjoy, and it makes building your business fun, and it also generates business.
Yep.
So Alana's going to have some really great tips on not only the physical doing it with the tech side of doing it, but you know how the business side of this works, how to use this as a marketing tool.
Right.
And I think that overall, we're going to be giving you guys a great deal of information, which will be recorded. We'll put it in the LMS afterwards as well. And I'm excited to see what people do with it, because we all have different ways that we're creative. So I'm sure that after watching this, somebody's going to be sparked creatively, and they're going to put something really cool together. And that's what I'm looking forward to seeing.
Well, it's such a great point too, Robert. We have one of our agents up in the Lake region started popping up in my feed. Like, they've clearly figured out that I'm connected to real estate. They've geo-fenced me. They know where I live. And now this person's popping up on, you know, they call it your For You page, right? Because obviously they start to categorize your likes, what you're clicking on, all that kind of stuff, what you're spending time on, what you're watching 2 or 3 times, which means you're showing it to a partner or a spouse, or you're watching it a few times or whatever. And this person is not leaving who they are. They're just putting their content that you would expect to get from other places. And again, I want you to differentiate. Your TikTok should be different from your Insta, should be different from your Facebook, because you don't want to just plug and play the same content in 4 different spaces.
Nope.
Then people won't be going back. But it doesn't need to be you doing a TikTok dance either. So I trust you guys understand that's where we're coming from. It's about making sure that you are authentically yourself, but using another free medium to get to these people and to extend your reach across the country.
Yeah, I've been practicing my TikTok dance all weekend for this.
Nobody's ready for that. Nobody's ready for it. Nobody asked for it. I'm glad I'm back. I missed you, buddy.
Oh, no, they did ask for it. That's the problem.
No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you.
No,
thank you.
Yeah, it's happening.
Absolutely not.
I've recorded 3 versions of it from 3 different angles.
If you're looking for Robert and his majesty and dance, you can go to timewithrobert.com. You're looking for Babs. She'll be ticking and talking with Robert later today. She's at timewithbabs.com, BABS, timewithbabs.com. If you're looking for Jen Vashon or Jason Westcott, our genius brokers, you're calling Jason, 603-234-2589. And if you need my face, God help you, 603-834-2856 or meetwithcoach.com. We'll see you in and around the Market Center. Have a